Hello, how are you doing? So I've got another little blog post video for you today in my hope to make my content more accessible and also to practice what I preach. I'm always saying this to clients about repurposing and using what you know about and what you've written and what you've created in a different way. Today I'm talking about instinct and trusting it and getting to know it and listening to it when it's trying to tell you something. And for so many of us, this wasn't taught. And it's really difficult to teach actually without asking those powerful questions of, does this feel good? So often I believe as children, we are programmed to be nice, to be kind, to be complicit and compliant in the opportunity and be really grateful for it. And certainly the early stages of my acting career, I just felt like I had to say yes to things, even though they didn't feel good or even though all the signs were pointing me like the other way. I somehow was like, well, no, maybe, and my vision got fuzzy and my ability to have boundaries and say yes and no, it all became a bit fuzzy. So here's what I want to share today. If you see me looking over, I'm reading it, I haven't memorized it, that's why I'm doing that. The post is called, Listen to Your Internal Flag When Someone Calls You Claire and Your Name is Nikki. A couple of years ago, I had a dream meeting, one that my 2003 self would not have believed. I was falling in love with the possibilities by the second. I did my homework, and this was not just a glance over the email. I did the work. The research, the presentation, the pitch. I prepped potential conversation starters. I mind mapped answers to potentially tricky questions. I was ready for the call. The other person wasn't. Despite inviting me to a meeting because they loved what I did, they said their schedule was too busy. They were flustered, distracted, and not focused. Now, I would have happily rescheduled because I know life crops up, and this is not about perfection. This is about energy and care and being in the moment. She called me Claire 8 times. She hadn't prepped for the call or considered it. And it just felt really weird. I could have so easily taken it personally. Maybe I'm not good enough, or perhaps this is just what happens at this level and I should suck it up. But after a moment, maybe a small cry, I decided to take it as a lesson and close that door and take it as a reminder that that is not how I want to do business. When I was growing up, I didn't have connections. It took me a number of years for me to feel like I'd earned my place in the room. I put up with a lot of nonsense, as I didn't want to risk losing the opportunity. These days, I do better because I know better. My instinct tells me so much. It can be easy to be swept away by the looks good on paper credentials. But what about their connection? What about their care? Is their word and their action close? Please listen to your intuition in every situation. If it feels off, it probably will be. If the client is fighting you on every little detail and saying, I'm a nightmare, believe them. There's always more opportunities and possibilities. You just have to make space for them. You deserve the best. And this goes for clients, collaborations, opportunities, deals, etc., etc. I heard this wonderful phrase once by, this is not in the blog post, this is just an aside, it's just come to me, by Amanda de Cadenet, where she said, if a man tells you he's not ready for a relationship, believe them. And don't take the usual track of going, but they'll change for me and it will be great and I will be the person that they've maybe been waiting for. You have to listen to what people are saying. If people are saying they're not ready, believe them. There's so much in this. I would love to hear your thoughts as always, and if it's happened to you and what you do to listen to your instincts and how that all works for you. Thank you as always, for being with me, and I hope you got something from today. If you've just joined and you're thinking, is her name Claire though? It's not. It's Nikki. And yeah, there's more details in the description bar if you want to know more about what I do and maybe how I can help you. All right. Thanks for being with me. Lots of love. Bye.